My dad called me a loser and uninvited me from the family vacation. I said, no problem, and hung up. 2 weeks later, he texted, can you pay for your sister next semester? I replied, this loser won't send you a single dollar, and my phone blew up with 30 missed calls. That's my family in a nutshell. My little sister was the golden child. I was the built-in backup plan. When she spilled juice on my mom's laptop, I got grounded for not watching her. When she failed math, I got ordered to tutor her every night, even after my shifts. As adults, the pattern just got pricier. I worked freelance tech gigs unstable, but I made it work. My parents acted like no kids, no mortgage meant I was swimming in cash. First it was books, then rent, then a temporary shortfall. Suddenly, I was covering nearly $2,000 a month, and my sister couldn't even text back a thanks. In June, my dad called after weeks of silence. No hello, just a sermon about attitude and family priorities. Then he dropped the line like he was proud of it. You don't belong on the trip. You're a loser. You made your choices. I kept my voice calm. No problem. Click. 2 weeks later, his tuition text arrived. No apology, no small talk, just another bill. I sent my one sentence and stopped answering. Not to punish them, to stop the system. The second I went quiet, they acted like I'd yanked the floor out from under them. They spiraled immediately. Voicemails, paragraph texts about stress and anxiety, random relatives calling to fix this. Gifts showed up at my door like bribes, socks, a candle, stuff I mentioned years ago. I heard through gossip my sister missed the tuition deadline and had to move back home, and somehow she still blamed me. My dad tried an email update that was really a pitch. If you can contribute anything, she needs you. Here's the part they didn't know. I just signed a new 6-month remote contract that would change my finances completely. The old me would have used that as an excuse to rescue them again. This time, I kept my mouth shut and let them assume I was broke, bitter, and irresponsible. If they wanted a villain, fine, I'd play the role. I finally took a trip with friends. Sun, pool, ocean. I posted one photo. The next morning, my mom was begging for a call. My sister was furious I dared to relax. Then my mom crossed a line and called my workplace to make sure I was okay. My manager laughed it off. I didn't. Don't ever contact my job again. I texted her. That's harassment. An aunt called next, crying like someone had died. She said my parents were so stressed and my sister was falling apart. I asked one question. Did they tell you I paid her bills for 3 years? Silence. Yeah, I said. Thought so. Click. That afternoon, I got a message from an unknown number. You should probably ask your dad about the account. That word stopped me cold. Years ago, my dad pushed a shared account for tuition and emergencies. I hadn't logged in forever because I trusted him. That night I did. Then I saw my deposits every month on time. Next, I saw withdrawals I didn't recognize. Then a resort charge, then a fancy restaurant, then a car lease my sister didn't drive. Again and again, my money bleeding into their lifestyle. And suddenly the panic made perfect sense. I closed the account that night, moved the remaining balance, changed every password, cut every access point they'd been quietly using. 2 days later, my sister showed up at my apartment. Backpack on, eyes tired. I didn't know, she said. Dad said you were unstable. I thought he was covering it. I cracked the door and kept it simple. Think about what you just told me. She asked to come in. No. What am I supposed to do? Figure it out, like I did. And I shut the door. After that, my dad tried a softer tone. Families make mistakes. Don't let money destroy us. Then he sent a spreadsheet labeled family budget with a neat little line item for my monthly assistance, like I was still on payroll. When they invited me to dinner to reset, I went once. They apologized in that vague way that cost them nothing and asks me to pay anyway. So I stood up and said, stop pretending you love me when I'm useful. I'm not your plan anymore. To my sister, I added, I hope you graduate, but you'll do it without my wallet. I walked out, the calls stopped, the guilt stopped, and the quiet felt clean. They can keep calling me a loser. I finally feel like I won. So, what would you have done in my place?